On the news tonight, President Tinubu submits a 2025 FCTA budget proposal to House of Representatives. Federal government unveils a 10-year national marine blue economy policy to drive economic growth. Plus, Senate moves to strengthen governance in Rivers State with new oversight team. Very good evening and welcome to the Rstv World News. My name is Emily Tari Mberum. Now, do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. Also remember, you can watch Rstv News live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And now details of the news. A 4-day sensitization on fire and food and flood safety has begun in the state to sensitize traders in the market on how to prevent fire outbreak and flood management in their environment. Melvin Jackson reports that the sensitization kick-started with the Rumuwoji market, popularly known as Mile 1 Market in Port Harcourt City local government area, was organized by the State Ministry of Special Duties in collaboration with the Rivers State Fire Cells. This reports.
Acting Permanent Secretary and Director of Administration, Rivers State Ministry of Special Duties, Dr. Fortune Akpila, stated that most fire outbreaks and floodings are man-made, even though there are natural occurrences, charged them to be proactive in maintaining a safe business environment, describing fire as a good servant but a bad master. Dr. Akpila said that the sensitization was to intimate traders of the dangers of storing combustible materials such as petroleum products, gas cylinders, and electrical appliances, which could cause fire outbreak within the business environment. The director noted that overload of electrical sockets also causes fire hazard and warned that sockets and switches be put off and candles placed on stands away from combustible materials, as well as not scooping fuel from falling tankers or from spill sites.
Very important. We come to tell the people so that they will know how to manage their homes, prevent fire from occurring. Most of the time, when fire occurs and we go fight the fire, well, usually things that cause the fire, they are so small. Maybe kitchen things like variety heads, that when we are cooking, we should not leave our kitchen. We should stay in the kitchen and finish cooking first. So most times it's all those small things that we are supposed to prevent that cause fire. So that is why we come to educate them more so that they will hear it and keep to do the right thing. And we are believing God that we have come, we have talked to them, they've heard all the fire prevention tips, and I'm sure they will live with it so that fire will not occur again.
In an interview, Assistant Director and Commandant, Rumodomaya Fire Station, Golden Elenga, and Public Relations Officer of Rumuwoji Market Traders Association, Shibuzo Obialo, thanked the ministry for the gesture, said that the sensitization exercise was a good initiative as it would help traders in fighting and control of fire outbreaks.
Well, it's very credible. From the look of things, we did very well. The people came out and everything was properly done. During the demonstration too, it was properly carried out and people also understood what we did and they gave us a listening ear also. So the thing was successful. The message we passed to them, they should take it seriously and put them into practice, avoid anything that will cause fire and carry out fire prevention, and also practice flood prevention.
The government tried for this to educate traders how to fight the fire and how to prevent the flood. It's a very good welcome development for the market. We really thank them for the lecture they have given to us.
The sensitization exercise, which continues tomorrow, also featured practical display on firefighting techniques as well as distribution of flyers to traders. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
The Nigerian Army is committed to ensuring that its personnel preparing to retire from the service are equipped with diverse forms of training to enhance their welfare and well-being long after service. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, stated this while declaring open this year's Veteran Affairs Second Quarter Pre-Retirement Training and Business Development Seminar organized by the 6th Division, Port Harcourt. Justice Moore has more.
The seminar is designed for personnel scheduled to retire in next few years, targeted towards fostering a positive mindset into a post-retirement life and expose them to potential business ventures. The seminar with the theme Leveraging Business Development Strategies for Effective Empowerment of Service Personnel and Veterans in Post-Retirement also seek to equip them with the necessary knowledge and skills that will enable them to transit smoothly into civilian life and expose them to entrepreneurial opportunities. Represented by the General Officer Commanding 6th Division, Major General Emmanuel Emeka, the Chief of Army Staff described the theme as apt, given the constant evolution of the political and economic environment of the country, particularly as it deals with diverse security threats and the impact of the well-being of citizens.
Which aims to consolidate the transformation of the Nigerian Army towards becoming a well-motivated and combat-ready force that can effectively discharge its constitutional responsibility within a joint and multi-agency environment.
He emphasized that security is not exclusive duty of security forces, as collaborative support and involvement of all citizens are crucial, pointing out that leveraging on the services of serving and retired personnel with deep understanding of the security architecture of the country would facilitate effective security management in their various communities and across the country.
I therefore urge you all to utilize this opportunity provided by this training and seminar to renew our commitment to the general security of our beloved country.
The Chief of Administration Army, Major General Lawrence Fejoko, represented by Major General Uriah Opene, also spoke on the benefits of the seminar.
Training has continued to leverage the achievements and success of the previous seminars, as well as inputs in other Nigerian Army personnel and veterans in the pursuit of national development and security.
The General Officer Commanding 6th Division, Major General Emmanuel Emeka's speech was read by the 6th Division Garrison Commander, Brigadier General Sani Ahmed, while the sole administrator of Rivers State was represented by the Acting Head of Service, Inge Brown.
The seminar is expected to consolidate on the gains of the first quarter edition while addressing gaps in the employment of Nigerian Army personnel and veterans in capacity building and skills acquisition as part of pre-retirement training and business development strategies.
Most of you have dedicated the best years of your life to the defense and development of the country. While the nation is grateful for your enduring service, it cannot provide all of your needs in retirement. This is why knowledge of business development strategies that the seminar aims to depict is important for all serving and retired military personnel.
Justice Ihuo, Rstv News.
President Bola Tinubu has submitted the 2025 Federal Capital Territory Budget proposal to the House of Representatives. The President's letter, read by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas at Tuesday's plenary, proposed 1.78 trillion naira in total spending for the FCT. 85% of the capital budget is allocated to ongoing projects, with 15% for new initiatives. Key focus areas include healthcare, job creation, education, social welfare, and agriculture. Meanwhile, the Speaker also raised an alarm over forecast predicting severe flooding in over 30 states this rainy season. He urged relevant committees to work with the executive on emergency plans and climate resilience strategies. Now, in a bid to strengthen Nigeria's domestic economic and promote local content, President Bola Tinubu has initiated a policy that bars the ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, from procuring foreign goods or services already available locally without a written waiver from the Bureau of Public Procurement. This is as the Federal Executive Council gave its approval to the new policy framework that places the country at the center of all public procurement and business activity, with a strong emphasis on empowering local industries and enduring and reducing the dependency on foreign imports. Briefing State House correspondents at the end of the 5th Cabinet meeting in 2025, presided over by President Bola Tinubu at the Council Chamber, Presidential Villa Abuja, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, explained that the new policy is to ensure that the country promotes the home growth products, describing the policy as a bold shift in the country's economic approach. The Federal Executive Council has approved Nigeria's 10-year national policy on marine and blue economy set to span from 2025 to 2034. Advisor, Media and Public Communication and spokesperson to President Tinubu, Sunday Dare, confirmed the approval aimed at leveraging Nigeria's extensive marine resources to boost economic growth. The statement further outlined that the implementation of the policy will primarily be funded by the private sector, with additional funding sources to be identified through specific details when not approved. The Marine and Blue Economy Policy seeks to transform Nigeria's marine resources into a key driver of sustainable economic development, creating new opportunities for investment, innovation, and job creation. Our Federal Executive Council has also approved the critical policy documents aimed at transforming Nigeria's power, marine, and blue economy sectors. In a briefing to newsmen, the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, revealed that the first approved policy was presented in compliance with Section 3.3 of the Revised Electricity Act of 2023. Chief Adelabu explained that the policy provides a comprehensive framework to address long-standing challenges in power generation, transmission, and distribution. The minister emphasized that the policy would foster continuous innovation through research and development and establish the necessary commercial, legal, and regulatory frameworks vital for sectoral transformation. They stressed that its implementation would pave the way for resolving Nigeria's ongoing power supply issues. How do you love and care about real estate and have peace? If yes, let's build and take us to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. Remember, you can watch Rstv live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And up ahead on the news, hope rises as Rwanda, DRC move closer to ending Eastern crisis. And in sports, Brazilian Football Confederation to confirm new coach next week. Details on the flip side. To stay.
Hi. You don't know when you have bacteria breath, and bacteria may be the cause of it. Don't let bacteria breath get all the attention. Use Close-Up with antibacterial zinc. Close-Up helps get rid of bacteria breath.
Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide presents 7 Saturdays to get pregnant.
I'm married since 2015, no child. Hey! But God surprised me with triplets.
Are you seeking for the fruit of the womb? Do you have infertility issues? Do you have a low sperm count? Are the doctor's reports saying you can never get pregnant or father a child? Are your in-laws mocking you that their son married a man like him? Have you gone everywhere seeking for help with no solution? Are you tired of the insults, mockery, and shame of childlessness? Cry no more, for Dr. Jesus has remembered you. In this 7 weeks program titled 7 Saturdays to Get Pregnant, it will be hot, it will be explosive, and it will be powerful. Date Saturday 10th May 2025, Saturday 17th May 2025, Saturday 24th May 2025, and Saturday 31st May 2025.
Time 8 in the morning.
Venue OPM GRA 2, number 2 Greg Owehi Street, off Casablanca, New GRA, Port Harcourt. Every day holds a special and unique package for someone. Don't miss out.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Rstv World News, and now to the rest of our reports. The Senate has constituted a 20-member committee tasked with overseeing the activities of the sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas. President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, who made the announcement on Tuesday during resumption of plenary, said the committee is tasked with overseeing the activities of the sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired, and agreed to strengthen transparency and accountability in the state's governance. Akpabio highlighted the importance of the committee's mandate, stating that its role was critical to ensuring effective legislative oversight in Rivers State, hinting that the composition of the committee might be subject to review following further consultations. The Senate President charged the committee to commence its oversight duties without delay, stressing the urgency of their assignment. Senate leader Senator Opeyemi Bamidele was named as chairman of the committee. Other members of the committee include Senators Adamu Alero, Osita Izunaso, Osita Ngu, Kaka Shehu, Aminu Abbas, Tokumbo Abiru, Adeniyi Adebire, Sani Musa, Simon Lalong, Asoko Ekpenyong, Adams Oshomole, Ireti Kigibe, Onyekachi, Idayat Adebule, Ide Dafione, and Mohammed, alongside the clerk of the Senate. Members of the House of Representatives have expressed deep concern over the resurgence of terrorist attacks in the northeast and other parts of the country, calling for a decisive military response to curb the escalating violence. This followed a motion of urgent public importance raised on Tuesday by Honorable Ahmed Satomi over the recent fire incident at the armory of 127 Battalion, Giwa Barracks, and a wave of attacks on military formations in Borno and Yobe states. In the motion, lawmakers noted with alarm the rising frequency of Boko Haram attacks on military bases in recent weeks, resulting in the deaths of several soldiers and civilians. The House described the surge in terrorist attacks as deeply troubling and a test of bravery and sacrifice of Nigerian military personnel. And on the foreign scene, Rwanda's Foreign Minister Olivier Nduhungirehe has announced that a final peace agreement aimed at ending the protracted crisis in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo is expected to be signed in mid-June at the White House. Speaking to newsmen, Nduhungirehe said the next step includes merging contributions from both parties into a unified draft text to be finalized during a meeting of foreign ministers in Washington in the third week of May. This development follows a commitment made last month by both the DRC and Rwanda during U.S. broker talks to produce a draft peace deal by May 2nd, sparking renewed hopes for a resolution to the conflict. And our sports. Brazil Football Confederation expects to appoint a new men's national team head coach by the end of next week at the latest. The position has been vacant since Dorival Jr. was dismissed on 28th of March. Speaking to newsmen, the CBF national team director Rodrigo Gaetano described the appointment as a matter of national importance and high responsibility, adding that a final decision is imminent. The CBF aims to have the new coach in place by 26 May, ahead of naming Brazil's squad for June's World Cup qualifiers against Ecuador and Paraguay. The family, friends, and community members gathered over the weekend in Opobo town to pay their final respects to Mrs. Gloria Athanasius, who died at the age of 18. Rstv News crew was there to cover the event, and our reports.
Gloria Athanasius will be remembered for her warmth, generosity, and decades of community service. At the funeral service, Reverend Father Gabriel Chidi Eke described her as a woman of deep faith and tireless compassion, dedicated to her local charities as an active and intelligent member of the Catholic Women Organization, CWO.
That whatever we do in this life, whatever we take for granted in this life, whatever we take serious in this life, there is a scorecard written by a man so divine, and he's there writing them down gradually. And I tell you, you cannot manipulate God. Am I communicating? Yes, yeah, your people shall be delivered. Delivered from what? Delivered from the damnation of sin. Delivered from what will hold them in captivity without allowing them to see the light of eternal life in Christ. But in any way our mother has offended God out of human frailty, that God will be compassionate in judging her and grant her a peaceful repose in his kingdom.
Her daughter-in-law, Dr. Faithbeth Athanasius, and one of her sons described Mama Gloria as the woman who taught them how to live with purpose and give without expecting anything in return.
I came into the family about 23 years ago. Just me and my husband will come together, and I can't say it's all based on friends, but I must say that this is a woman and a family. Every person, every woman will dream for her.
My mother was a pillar of support for all of us. I mean, all of us are children, and she never discriminated against any child. She always wished us the best, and she prayed continually until God blessed us and we became who we are, having our own families of our own.
Well, death is a necessary end that faces everybody at its own time. So my own is for them to have the comfort to bear the loss, you know. And then the woman too is somebody that is very known to me. She has lived her life, she has committed, she had children. You know, she has trained up her children. So there's nothing to worry much about. Just to thank God for the life she has lived.
A woman of 7 children, 17 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren, Mama Gloria Athanasius was regarded as a pillar of the community. Little wonder the support she enjoyed by her survivors.
Now, do you love and care about River State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And now, let's take a look at some of our major stories. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has proposed 1.78 trillion naira in total spending for the 2025 Federal Capital Territory Budget proposal to the House of Representatives, with a key focus in healthcare, job creation, education, social welfare, and agriculture. Federal Executive Council has approved critical policy documents aimed at transforming Nigeria's power, marine and blue economy sectors. We also reported that the Senate has constituted a 20-member committee tasked with overseeing the activities of the sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, in a bid to strengthen transparency and accountability in the state's governance. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Emily Tari in Barrow. You have an amazing night's rest.